So I just went to my first session here at Gartner. We're here on the Monday, and the session was entitled CIO Agenda. A couple of really interesting takeaways that I've got from it. So the first one is around how CIOs are taking on digitization as a challenge for themselves. One of the things that Gartner was talking about was how a couple of years ago they were expecting to have a role of kind of chief digitization officer coming up more, and actually they're only seeing, I think it was 9% of companies having this role in place, and it's because actually so many more CIOs are taking on this responsibility and seeing how important digitization is as part of their roles, which is really encouraging. The second thing that was talked about a lot was bimodal disciplines, something that Gartner talks a lot about because of how important it is in encouraging these ways of working, and the importance of having these better digital products and the way that comes about through bimodal and working in a bimodal way. So one of the things that they were talking about was how, I think it's about 38% of CIOs are now looking to bimodal disciplines as ways of working and looking at having exploratory ways of working alongside predictable ways of working, and the importance of having those two things. So that was again another really interesting point that came out. And the third was around how digital visionaries are building platforms and having their businesses as platforms. And this comes down to a couple of different areas of platforms. So they were talking about having leadership platforms and how you look at leaders and how you bring in these kind of digitization roles as the CIO, but also how important it is for the CIO to be a trusted ally of the CEO, which is something that we're seeing much more of. The second one was around the talent pool and looking at this talent layer, and it's one of the things that is actually in crisis at the moment, according to Gartner's stats. Something that CIOs say is one of the key areas is around how you improve the talent that's available. So this is another, what they're calling this talent platform, that's another key area that needs improvement. Another one is around IT infrastructure and the platform around IT infrastructure, which is kind of what everyone would expect, and having your business model as a platform. So these were all the different things that were being looked at, and Gartner was really suggesting that companies have a plan, build a plan for better talent, better leadership, and better delivery through the use of these platforms. Thanks very much.